Hi everyone, this is Umair Usman, the cognitive consultant. I help people manage their weight, remove their anxiety, and improve their performance. And today I'm going to talk about hypnosis and flow states. More specifically, I'm going to talk about a study done on the use of and effectiveness of hypnosis on golf performance and the state of flow within golf. So there's a study I came across by Petz et al. It was called The Effects of Hypnosis on the Flow States and Golf Putting Performance. Now we all know, I'm pretty sure you must know that imagery and relaxation are normal techniques used by elite athletes. Relaxing oneself before a game and imagining how the performance would be is very, very common among elite players. And I have made a video about this, I've written about this. And you can pick up any sports psychology book and you will read about it. How relaxation and how visualizations are usually used by elite athletes as part of their training and as part of their practice. So this is not a surprise. The use of hypnosis, mind-body modalities in sports is not new. It's not a surprise. Also, it must be realized, as the author pointed out, that the experience of hypnosis and the experience of flow have many similarities. In both of them, there is less thinking in the sense that there is less analysis. There is an issue of memory and amnesia. A few people who come out of hypnosis do not remember what we discussed in hypnosis. Perception, in the sense that things seem to perhaps slow down. That also happens in hypnosis and flow states. And of course, disassociation and information processing. One disassociates with things that are going around or with pain and so on. And the way information is processed parallelly. That is also a feature of hypnosis and trance. I would like to add that these features are not always present in a hypnotic state, because there are hypnotic states that are not very deep and that might not be dissociative, but the suggestions might still work, where you might not have much of detachment, but the suggestions still work. So that is debatable. But you get the point. There are similarities in flow states and hypnotic states. And therefore the study that was done on golf, the effect of hypnosis on golf putting and flow states, becomes more reasonable. Alright, so the study was not a double-blind study. It was a very, very small study done on just 5 golf players. And it was interesting because it just consisted of 3 things: induction, hypnotic regression to a good past performance, and then embedding a trigger control. And the trigger control is essentially the intervention. So of course they were relaxed as usual. Each golf player was relaxed as usual during an induction. They were taken back to a time, a place which they can remember from memory, when they had a great performance, and they were made to feel the emotions, the atmosphere and all that, and it was anchored into their psyche. And anchoring is a common hypnosis and NLP technique where you use a gesture, perhaps a sound, a voice, to anchor a particular feeling in that you were feeling in that moment. Anchor it within your body, and whenever you use that word or a snap or whatever that trigger might be, you use that and you can get into that state once again. So for example, if you go into hypnosis, you experience a wonderful performance and you experience all the emotions, you use a snap to anchor it in your body. And then when you're out of hypnosis and whenever you want to feel that way, you use a snap to get back into that feeling once again. This is what we're doing over here. Okay, so after relaxation, going back to a great performance, this wonderful feeling was anchored, and this was the trigger that each player was going to use in their game. Keep in mind, although the session was only 40 minutes long, And after the session, they were given a 40-minute audio to listen to for 1 week. This is also very common in hypnosis. So what happened? They all came for golf once again, and they were asked to use their trigger to get into that state once again. Golf putting increased for all of the 5 players. Not only that, but they also experienced immediate flow states. Interesting. 1 session, 7 days, an anchor. Improved the performance on all the players and improved. In fact, they immediately went into hidden flow states after that trigger. So how is this useful? It's only 5 players, so perhaps you would say that there's nothing conclusive. But the idea that one can get, first of all, one can improve their performance immediately. That is very important. This is something that Tony Robbins used to talk about in the 90s as well. Being in that state, he used to call it state. But if you can go back and feel what you felt when you had an amazing performance, and you can anchor it and bring it back whenever you want, that is powerful. And get into flow state. Now, flow state, we are most productive in our flow states. If we can actually get into a flow state on command, imagine what it can do for different things in our lives, for our golf game, for our academics, for the office work. Getting into a flow state on command is a very tantalizing prospect. And in this study, it surely worked. With a simple hypnotic intervention, surely worked. And I would love to see how else flow states can be induced through hypnosis, because I think that is very, very powerful for performance. So I will leave you to that. And this was Umair Usman, the cognitive consultant. I believe this is a very interesting paper and you would have enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you next time.